Elfenbein, and I'm coming to you from the Bauer Leadership Center. Delighted today to be welcoming Aimee Wehmeier of Paraquad. Aimee, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you, Hillary. It's great to be here.
So, we would like to know more about what being a values-based leader means to you.
I think for me, being a value-based leader is really living your authentic self. I think for me, it's very much about humility. Growing up with a disability didn't always, I didn't always fit in. And so I think I learned pretty quickly um, how to read people, how to interact with people in a way that allowed me to see some of the unfairness or injustice in the world that maybe not everyone else could see. And I knew how important it was um, for me to create a space where individuals could fit in. And so I think just being humble and recognize that although I'm a leader, um, there were a lot of people that helped me get there.
Aimee, you've mentioned that you have felt pressure as a leader because an early mentor said to you that your disability is the first thing that people see. I'm curious to hear more about that pressure and particularly intersectionally. We hear a lot about the concept of imposter syndrome, women, people of color, people with disabilities, and what that pressure is like to have to be better in order to prove yourself.
Well, and I mean, I think that's interesting because one of my first mentors, um, she was a Black woman, and she was pretty straightforward with me. And she said that she really felt like she had to be bulletproof in order to be successful. And it's funny because I felt that same pressure. So I did not feel like I was one person with a disability. I felt like I was representing all people with disabilities, and that my success or my failure really would create or not create new opportunities for people with disabilities. In my first job out of college, I can remember my boss telling me that he would hire 100 people if they were just like me. Well, what does that mean? Because not everybody's just like me. People are really, really different. So again, I always felt a lot of pressure just to be perfect to create new opportunities for individuals with disabilities.
So, Amy, in the past, you've said that you feel pressure, that you felt pressure, especially early on because of your disability.
Yeah, for sure. My first job, people patted me on the head. They literally would tell me how happy they were to see me working. And so, it's changed a lot, thankfully. But it was new. I was the only person in probably 2,000 people that I could see who had a visible disability. That doesn't mean people didn't have non-visible disabilities, but I was the only person like myself.
So, Amy, how should leaders think about inclusion for people with disabilities?
Inclusion for people with disabilities matters. And I think so many times, because I'll just speak for myself, because I had to accommodate other people, that's ingrained in me sometimes to do that. But I think if you really want to create an environment where people feel welcomed, it feels so great when someone's already thought of it. When someone's already thought about what I need or what I might need, I think that's where you have full inclusion. I mean, I think things you don't think about when you think about being a leader with a disability, all the times that somebody schedules an impromptu lunch, I don't drive. All the times that somebody um, s- plans a party at a private home and the home's not accessible. All the times that maybe decisions are made or conversations are had on a golf course and I don't play golf. Those are all instances where they're missed opportunities. And so I think if we can start thinking about how do we create situations where individuals with disabilities are included, that you're thinking about activities and um, places to go, ways to do lunch, ways to include other people. I think those are really, really important ways to let people know that they're important.
This is Hillary Anger Elfenbein signing off for the Bauer Leadership Center.